Hello, everyone, and welcome to your new start here at Rasmussen College. My name is Carissa Legg, and I'm going to be your Fundamentals of the Clinical Laboratory Techniques lab instructor. So what this course is it's really designed to help guide you in your goal of becoming a medical assistant. It will teach you all the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts of what it takes to really become a medical assistant. Now, this class will meet once a week, and that will be Thursdays from 9 a.m. till 3:50. And you will have a lunch break in there, so don't worry, we're not going to make you go straight through. But I want you guys to keep that in mind that with only meeting once a week, a lot of the responsibility of learning the techniques will fall onto you. So with that, each week I'm going to post two videos. I'm going to call them a day 1 and a day 2 video. Day 1 will always go up on Monday. Day 2 will follow on Tuesday. The reason I do this is because you need to make sure that you're working on that lab notebook, and you can read more about that in your Module 1 lesson content folder. So I want you to take the time to be able to read your chapters, watch these videos, and then be able to take your notes for your lab notebook. So for this first week's set of videos, we're going to be talking about chapters 1, chapter 2, and chapter 55. Now in these videos, I will discuss some of the important pieces of the chapters, but it will be your responsibility to read the entire chapter or the entire page selections as they will be listed in your lecture course. Now, if you're really confused about the two different types of courses, the lab and the lecture, that's perfectly fine. I'll do a walkthrough with you, not only in the walkthrough video I've already posted, but also that day 1 we'll kind of get some of those things ironed out. For this course, we also have what we're calling co-teachers. So some weeks you will have me, other weeks you will have your program coordinator, Deborah Slaughter. So don't be surprised if one week you come in and it's me, and then the next week you come in and it's Deb. That's how we are running the courses this time around. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in and start talking about the chapters for this week. Now in this day 1 video, I'm only going to focus on chapter 1. So the other ones we will talk about in the day 2 video, but again, you'll have to read all of them to be ready for your course and for your lab notebook on Thursday. So this chapter is a really good introduction into the medical health care field. Now, some of you may have experience in the field, and if you do, that is absolutely fantastic. I think that makes this course a little bit easier to work through, but be mindful that not all individuals in your course will have medical experience. So some things may take a little bit longer either to explain or to grasp. So if that is the case, be a good team player and help out those who maybe don't have that medical experience. Now, medical assisting is really a newer part of the medical world, and it was developed due to the rapid changes in medicine and all the things that were happening throughout the healthcare environment. Medical assistants can work in a variety of different settings and clinics, but the skills that they require are the same no matter what outlet you're working in. So it doesn't matter if you're working in pharmacology or if you're working in OB-GYN, or if you're just working in family medicine, they're all going to be relatively the same. Now, before you can truly understand what a medical assistant is, we need to learn some of the history behind it. So with that, once upon a time, medical assistants were actually trained in field by providers, but due to the increase in responsibilities and liabilities, medical assistants now require a lot of formal training. So in that, the American Association of Medical Assistants, or the AAMA, was formed. This organization was formed in 1955, and it was the first organization to place an importance on educational objectives of the medical assistant. Medical assistants may obtain a certificate, a diploma, or an associate's degree in medical assisting. Now, in order to complete a degree in any of those areas, institutions have to be accredited. So what this means is that they need to meet expectations and standards set forth by accrediting bodies such as the Commissions of Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs, or what we call the CAHEP, or they are accredited through ABHES, which is the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools. As a medical assistant, and as our program here, we are actually certified through ABHES. So that means that you will actually be able to sit for the CMA exam as you finish this course. Now, it is important to know that Medical Assistings and the AAMA is a national certifying agency, and its headquarters are right here in our own backyard of Chicago, Illinois. The AAMA offers the Certified Medical Assistant, or CMA, credential. Upon successful completion of the program accredited through CAHEP or ABHES, students may sit for that CMA exam. Once you have become certified, you will have to maintain that certification. And that can be done through a number of different outlets. It could be done through CEUs are the biggest one. And what a CEU is, it's a continuing education unit. You have to have 60 CEUs in 60 months or 5 years. So essentially what it comes down to is making sure like once a month you're doing some sort of CEU component. If you do not complete those 60 hours in that time limit, you'll have to either retake the exam or show proof that you can get those 60 CEUs. But most often it's going to ask you to sit for the exam. And that's definitely not something that you want to do twice. You really want it to be a one-done pass. It is also important that you know that you do not have to become a member of the AAMA to sit or take the CMA exam. However, it really is a benefit to you to actually become a member of the AAMA because they give you a lot of advantages. One of the first things it does is it provides sponsors and CEU workshops. So that means that you don't have to really kind of search for your CMAs. They're right there in front of you, and they're actually given to you at a discounted price than if you were not a CMA through the AAMA, or not a member anyway. It also offers online seminars, which again can count towards your CEUs. The online interactive activities really help to kind of boost your skills and make sure you're staying on top of things. It offers county, state, and national conferences that can help you to earn your CEUs, which is really important, especially depending on the area that you plan on working in or the state that you plan on working in. They might have some different conferences, or they might have some different CEU opportunities that are maybe not available in other states. And lastly, it helps to maintain your current knowledge in the medical field. Now, it's important that you know that because you're becoming a certified CMA through the AAMA, that means that you can work anywhere. It doesn't mean you can only work in Illinois or you can only work in Wisconsin. It's not like taking the nursing boards or the MCATs for providers. You really get to take that and kind of work anywhere. So let's say you finish school here in Illinois and you decide that you want to move to Florida. You could still work as a medical assistant in that field. So a couple of things to really keep in mind as you're kind of moving through learning about this process. Alright guys, that is all I have for this day one video. Again, I only really talked about chapter 1. I would highly recommend that you get in, look throughout your courses, kind of go through all of the module 1 lesson folders and the assignment folders. Look at everything that is out there. Make sure that you're checking your lecture courses because there are due dates that are going to be coming up very quickly for you, specifically that around discussion boards. So please make sure that you're jumping into your lecture as well as your lab here. So if you're watching this video, obviously you're in the lab, but you want to jump into your lecture as well. And then any 5.5 week courses you want to make sure that you get in and look at as well, guys. All right, stay tuned, and I will post the day 2 video on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.